This is the plaintiff, Kathleen Savage. She says she hired the defendant, a plumber, to install a new water heater for her hair salon, and the guy almost killed her and her clients. Turns out he installed the water heater incorrectly. Carbon monoxide fumes backed up into her place and the business next door, and the fire department shut her down because they said the place could blow up. She's lucky to be alive, but she lost a lot of business, is out $5,000, and is suing for just that today. This is the defendant, Rick. He says he's been in business as a plumber for 18 years and he knows what he's doing. He claims he did a very simple job of swapping out a water heater for the plaintiff. There's no way he improperly installed the replacement water heater because it wouldn't have worked for the 2 years before she called him complaining. Since he did nothing wrong, he owes nothing. He's accused of almost causing a catastrophe.
All parties, please use your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says the plumber she hired to install a water heater in her beauty salon almost killed her and her customers because of carbon monoxide. But the defendant says the job was A-OK, and it's been 2 years. It's the case of H2O no.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Kathleen Savage, you are suing Rick for $5,000 because according to you, he installed a hot water heater at your hair salon incorrectly. All right, talk to me. Tell me what happened.
Well, on June 16th, I had called Rick because there was a strange odor in the salon.
Okay.
That had happened once before when he swapped out the hot water heater. So I called him to come and take a look at it.
When did he swap out the hot water heater?
2 years prior. On April 25th, 2014, he had replaced a hot water heater that was there for 10 years.
Okay.
So
and how long have you been using him?
I'd been using him since 2005.
Okay.
So he came in and he reset the temperature button because he said somebody must have touched it and then left. Meanwhile, there was soot around the bottom of the hot water heater and there was that strange odor. So he left and I thought everything was okay. The following day on June 17th, at 3 o'clock, the fire department came in full GARP with a carbon monoxide detector, and they walked through my salon, which was pretty big.
Why did the fire department come?
Because the bank next door called because their carbon monoxide detectors were going off repeatedly. So they went from store to store to try to find the source of the carbon monoxide. As they walked into my salon, the closer they got to the hot water heater, the carbon dioxide detectors were going crazy.
Monoxide.
So they wound up asking us to leave, and I had 8 people.
Was anybody sick?
I had 8 people go to the hospital that day. And
was anybody diagnosed with something, or
they all had carbon monoxide poisoning? I mean, fortunately, they were in the hospital. They had oxygen. They were there for 3-4 hours, some of them, and then they were released. And I called Rick right away, and he was on his way to vacation, so he couldn't help me. And I wound up finding another plumber who came in that Saturday, and he and my insurance company said that it was installed improperly.
Okay. Do you have any evidence of that?
Well, I have letters from both the insurance company and the both insurance companies.
What about the plumber?
And the plumber.
Who installed the hot water heater? You yourself or an employee?
Yes, I was there myself.
And tell me exactly what was there before and exactly what you installed.
It was a 75-gallon natural gas-fired water heater was there. We were able to get the same exact one. So
Same brand?
Same brand. We did not add or take anything away. It was direct gas hookup to 2 waters. We didn't add any piping.
Same size.
Same size, same everything.
Same manufacturer.
Same everything.
Is that true or that's not true?
No, that's true.
Okay. And same hookups?
Same hookups, everything.
There was nothing different about the hookup?
Nothing.
Okay. The insurance referred it to steam boiler for them to do their own investigation. What they did was call your new plumber. That was the result of their investigation. They never went out there to look at it themselves?
They went by pictures and his thorough investigation.
Give me the pictures. Incidentally, where is the new plumber? Why isn't he here?
He wasn't able to come today.
You're suing him, aren't you?
No, he wasn't able to come today.
Aren't you suing him?
No, I am talking to him because the other hot water heater isn't working properly.
The one he installed?
Yes.
And he installed the wrong size, or he installed something that's
small. It's too small.
It's not doing the job. But that's whose expertise everyone, the insurance company, everyone is relying on. All right, what am I looking at there? Oh, at the very back is the hot water here. Okay, I'm gonna need you to come right here so you can point out to me what I should be seeing in the pictures. I don't want to just assume what I should be seeing.
It's right here, Ms.
Okay. What should I
Okay.
see it, but what faultiness should I be
took
seeing?
these pictures because the insurance company said that this room is too small for the hot water heater, and all of these chemicals are causing vapors to go through the hot water heater. That's why it shouldn't have never been installed in that room.
But isn't that where you had the one before he got there?
Yes.
And didn't you hire him to replace the one that was already there?
Yes, but I mean.
How did it work for 2 years without having a problem? They
said that because of the chemicals being sucked up into it and the room not having proper ventilation, that's what caused it to
Did you hire him, though, to
deteriorate.
make the room have proper... It's not that the item didn't have proper ventilation, but that the room didn't have proper
It shouldn't have been placed there. It shouldn't have had.
Yeah, but he didn't place it there, right?
He replaced it, but I
He replaced it there, which is what you hired him for.
But me being me, I didn't know it shouldn't be there. This is what I've been told.
I know. I know you're the only person who didn't do anything wrong. Okay, I know that. This is the new plumber, right?
Yes.
Okay, don't move. Hold on. Removed gas fitting, installed missing valve. All had no leaks. All gas fired. Okay, wait. This is just your receipt for the electrical thing. Where's the testimony that he installed it incorrectly and how it was installed incorrectly? What did he do wrong? What did he do wrong? That's what I want to know. Go ahead and go back there. What did he do wrong?
Well, I could tell you that I spoke to the hot water company directly, and they had said to me whether he was replacing it or not, he should have known better than to place a gas hot water heater in that room, according to what I've been told.
Right. Okay, let me hear from you.
Okay, we have been their plumber for a very long time. We installed the water heater as exactly what was there. It ran fine for 2 years. It was never an issue. It was fine. Granted, the room is small, and they do have their hair color in there. I'm not saying that's what happened, but after 2 years, a control could have went bad on the unit. They could have threw too many wet towels and cut the oxygen from the unit at the base of the unit. I couldn't get there, but my 1 year labor and parts was over after a year. Now we're going over 2 years, so whoever was going to do it, she would have had to pay that plumber.
Yeah, I know, but what that guy said, which cost her insurance coverage, was it was installed improperly.
It was
How
not.
was it installed
It was not.
improperly? Just because it was in that closed room?
That's what they're telling me. It never should have been put in that room. There wasn't enough air circulating through the room, and because of the chemicals
So
being in
is your
that
legal
room.
theory then that he should have walked in when you hired him to replace it and said, I will not do this. I will not replace
Yes, that's what the second plumber told me. I will not put a gas hot water heater back in here. He
That
wouldn't
his
do it.
expertise should have been enough where he would say, this is too cramped, this is going to be a problem, and you should put an electric one.
Yes.
So the expert that the plaintiff brings in installed a water heater that was too small. He did it incorrectly. Does that kind of screw up her expert witness?
Oh, for sure. It's like he's an expert and he did it completely wrong. Yeah, he's canceled out.
Is he blown up in flames?
Yeah, just about. Because it's like if you insert something and you're supposed to be an expert and then you do it wrong, you're not an expert at all.
Okay, I mean, that kind of says it all. Go inside the courtroom.
When you were replacing this hot water heater, why didn't you suggest electric?
It wouldn't have been big enough for her. She has a lot of hair sinks at that place, so I don't think the electric would keep up with the volume. It was discussed, actually. I believe it was touched on, but it wouldn't have kept up with I think there's 6
Which is
sinks.
exactly what's happened. Well, you no longer own the
Correct.
salon, right?
I
Like
don't
you got
own
rid
the
of it.
salon anymore, but it's my responsibility to
No,
take care
I
of it.
understand. I understand. But I'm saying that is precisely what
That's
ended
what's
up
happening
happening
now.
is that the electrical one wasn't
Can't
enough
keep
to keep up
on
with
a busy
the...
day.
So your best argument is, Judge, when I hired him back in whatever to replace it, he should have told me, heck no, lady, I'm not replacing it with that because you may at some future point have a problem. How long was it a salon? You replaced it in 2014?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long had it been a salon by then, the place?
It had always been a salon since
How many years?
1979.
Since 79, a hair salon, and no problem, no problem, no problem. 2014, he comes in, does what's been going on since 79. Tell me why it's so obvious he shouldn't have done that. I don't think you can.
Well, it didn't always have a gas hot water heater in it. It only had the gas hot water heater in it.
10 years you said you had it.
12
so we
years,
know for
right,
10 years that system.
Well,
in fact, now we know for 12 years that system worked. You know? I'm sorry that you've ended up holding the bag. To be honest with you, plumber number 2 really hurt you in so many ways, because based on his testimony is where there's no warranty, there's no insurance, and there's no plumber number 2 to come in here and testify and cooperate with you. So I'm sorry, but I'm not going to hold him liable for this. I don't see anything that has been proven to me that says that he is liable other than some guy who's not here, and that's rank hearsay. Verdict for the defendant.
So once again, lack of any evidence to present to the judge caused the plaintiff to lose her case. Sorry, but you understand the judge's position?
I do, yeah.
You really needed something to prove. That,
I thought the letters from the insurance company would have been sufficient.
obviously not.
Yeah, obviously.
Sorry. It's a tough way to learn a lesson,
Yeah.
but you've learned the hard way. Okay, thank you very
Thank you.
much. You will sign up your documents. Thank you, sir. All right, Rick, if you'll step out. What do you think could have happened? Any idea?
I do not. It could be control, could be anything.
Did you go look at it all?
We did look at it the first time, everything checked out.
Yeah.
And then it was a little while and it happened, and she had the problems.
Yeah.
Listen, we make good on everything.
Yeah.
So it's not like we would leave it high and dry.
But it was 2 years, right?
2 years. We can't warranty everything for a lifetime.
Yeah,
Just
no,
can't.
understandable. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Harvey?
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't have a lot more to say than these folks said. I mean, when you bring an expert into court, you live or die by that person.